Hey, can you lend me a hand, Ciara? Rayne McGrath squinted against the dappled shadows in the attic to bring her cousin's short, bleached blonde curls into focus. They remained a blur. The slate roof was solid, without a hint of autumn daylight peeking through. On my way. Rayne adored the cousin she'd inherited, along with the family castle when Uncle Nevin had died 6 months ago, though the pair had started off as adversaries. Ciara and Rayne now had the same goal: save Grafton Village from extinction. Population 465, whether the villagers wanted their help or not. Her uncle must have suspected that he'd be a target of foul play, as he'd left very specific instructions for the fate of McGrath Castle in his odd will. Rayne inherited the manor, but Ciara Smith, Nevin's illegitimate daughter, conceived when he and Aunt Amelie were on a break, was to manage the property and receive a stipend at the end of 12 months. However, if the castle and surrounding grounds was not brought into the black, it was to be sold. Rayne and Ciara could split what was left, if anything. Rayne, a successful bridal wear designer who'd had a shop on Rodeo Drive in L.A., had been robbed by her business partner/boyfriend on her 30th birthday. She was practically broke, as was Ciara, who'd had no idea about the state of the household finances her dad had managed. They had to revive the dying Grafton village. But not all were on board with a brash American and Nevin's inexperienced daughter taking the reins. Yesterday at church, sitting with Sinead and Liam Walsh, Rayne overheard derisive comments. Father Patrick had just announced that they'd welcome volunteers on Monday to assist with cleanup around the cemetery grounds.
Why waste time and effort into something doomed to fail?
The Walshes preferred Saturday afternoon services because they were up so early on Sunday to bake at the Cocoa Bean Cafe. Sinead had glared at the older woman who'd said it, but could hardly call the old biddy out. Ciara and the others from McGrath Castle went to church on Sunday mornings. To those who doubted the cousins' combination of Celtic grit and determination, step back and out of the way. 6 months was the halfway point, and the pressure was immense.